is an absolute must. You'll want to get together your selected vet, farrier, and trainer to come take a look at the horse that you may potentially be buying. But before you get your group together, there are a few things that you can do in your first visit in viewing your horse. The first thing you want to note when you show up to look at a horse is their overall appearance. Are their ears pricked? Do they look interested? Are their eyes bright? Are they responsive to the fact that there are people in the barn? You know, little things like just watching how they react to what's going on around them will give you a good overall sign as to their health and if they're happy where they are. Another thing you want to take a look at when you first enter the barn is their living quarters. Are there any signs of vices from any recent horse that would have been in that stall? You'll look for damage to the walls from kicking, wood chewing. Does the stall look like the horse has been pacing in it? If the horse lives outside, you look for damage to the fences. Any potential injuries that you can see, from the horse messing with the fence or getting into trouble. Also, again, if the horse is outside, watch how they react to you coming up. Do they come up to the fence to greet you? Are they calm? Do they like being around people? Are they good with human contact? The first thing you want to look for is, is the horse clean? Is their coat nice? Do they look shiny, happy, healthy? Another thing you want to evaluate is conformation. This will vary on whatever you're using the horse for. If it's a performance horse, you want to make sure that the conformation matches what it is that you want them to perform for. If they're a broodmare or a stud, you want to make sure that they're easier to be handled. You don't want to end up getting a horse that is difficult to handle and potentially dangerous. If this is just a trail horse or a pleasure horse, you don't have to be as picky. But again, you don't want to end up with a horse that could possibly come up lame and end up with a lot of vet bills later on. So you'll just step back and examine your potential horse and take a look, head to toe, every little aspect. You'll want to check for any soreness. You can just run your hands down. Make sure they're okay with you, because again, this is a strange horse that you've never been around before. So make sure they're good with your contact. Watch for any reactions. You want to go along their spine. Watch for any flinches, or any signs they could be sore or there could be any damage. You want to run your hands down their legs. Make sure there's no heat or swelling anywhere. So the tendons are nice and tight. Another thing, you'll focus on if you have them tied or in cross ties, or if somebody's holding them, just watch, again, how they're reacting to you. If they stand tied nicely. If they shift around a lot, they could just be antsy because they don't know you, or they may just be trained or just learning to stand tied like he is. Good boy. And again, you'll just want to run your hands all over. See if there's any sensitive spots. Take a close examination of their eyes, and look at their nose, and you can even examine their teeth if they'll let you. And another thing you want to do is to take their vital signs. The resting respiratory rate and heartbeat, as well as good boy. Their circulatory system. You want to check the color response coming back to the gums. Another reason you want to look at their teeth is if the seller tells you that the horse is a certain age, you can tell if they're lying by looking at their teeth. And if their teeth say otherwise, then you need to be careful about who you're buying from. Another thing, as you're giving a thorough physical exam, you want to look for scars or signs of previous injuries. When I got him, when I did his physical exam, I had noticed that there is a scar on his left shoulder, and it is obviously from stitches. Previously, I had asked before we showed up, camera filled, if the horse had had any severe injuries beforehand. They had said no, but obviously the stitches from his shoulder prove otherwise. He also has a scar on his right hip from running into the side of a barn when he was young. That's since healed. I mean, there's still a little indentation there, which may still be a little sensitive. The next thing you want to look at is their movement. Now you want to ask the person who is handling this horse, which is usually the seller, or a partner that you have with you, to walk the horse both towards you, so you can see how their front feet move. Pay close attention as you're asking them to do tight turns on solid ground. Now you want to do this on concrete, if you can, in a barn aisleway. And then you'll want them to walk away from you. And you'll be able to watch how their feet line up and how they move. Good boy. You also may want to back them up, because if you have a horse that refuses to back, there could be potential injuries to their stifle or somewhere in the hindquarters. Again, this also shows how responsive the horse is to the handler. Another thing you'll want to note is the feet. Give a careful examination of the outer hoof wall. Are there any cracks, chips, severe deformities? Is there any sign of stress rings that could be a sign of laminitis? You can run your hand down their leg. You pick up their foot, clean it out if it isn't clean already, and give a good examination of the inside of the hoof. You can kind of poke around a little bit, but be gentle, you don't want to cause any problems. When your farrier shows up, they'll probably use hoof testers to look for any abscesses, bruises, anything that may be hidden there. After that, then it's all on training. You'll want to have the chosen handler or the seller ride the horse or lunge the horse, whatever it is that you're buying them for, so that you can watch their movement, watch their responses.